Hi guys, it's your frugal fitness friend Tammy with a T and sometimes a mess. So let me bring you guys some mess today. So I got my face beat today. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna have a little story time today. So ladies, you know how when you go to have your girlies parts checked, they tell you, oh, you know what? You go ahead and you get undressed from the waist down. Then you put on your little blankama thing and you cover up. This, you know what this is? This is a puppy pad. This is exactly what they give us to undress in and cover up. Now, I don't know about you, but this don't fit me. So anyway, they go out and they're like, oh yeah, dress, get undressed from the waist down and get on the table, cover up. First of all, why are you leaving for me to get undressed, knowing that you're about to put me on this table and have me spread real wide eagle, right? Anyway, so that's number one. Number two, I'm gonna cover up so you can remove it as I spread eagle. People are so funny when you go to those kind of places, right? So anyway, so I had to tell you guys about the story that I had one time, right? So I'm laying on the table in the most compromising position ever. And the nurse is over there on the side and she's doing her little thing. She's putting her little concoctions together, whatever she has to do for me, right? So she comes over, she looks at me. I'm spread eagle. And she goes, that is a really nice surgery. Who did your surgery? And I was like, huh? Because I do have a scar on my tummy because in 2010, I had surgery because they thought I had a tumor, which they believed to be cancerous. After opening me up, it was a really large, big as a baby's head, but it was a cyst. It was. I call it a cyst. So it's still a tumor can still be a liquid or solid. In mine, I call it a cyst. I don't know what they call it. I call it a cyst. So that's all that was. But then they had to sew me up. It's almost like I had a cesarean. That's what it kind of reminds me of, right? So when she was saying that, I hate my scar, and it's nothing pretty about it. So when she was like, "That's a really who did your surgery? They did a really good job," and I'm like, "No, they didn't." But I'm still confused because, like, what are you talking about? So she starts apologizing like over and over again. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And for me, it's like, what are you talking about? And then it dawned on me. This heifer thinks that my girly parts are man-made. And, and she was so apologetic and so embarrassed. But the whole time, I was more like, how do you not know the difference? Now, granted, I've never seen a man-made one before, and I don't want a man-made one. I haven't seen a transitional girly part before, so I don't know what it looks like, but I would just imagine it doesn't look like mine. So we were talking and she was like, I'm so sorry. I deal with, women who have transitioned a lot. And so she was like, it's in and out, but it's still in my head. It's like, if that's what you deal with all the time, you should know that mine is real. But again, I have never seen them, so I can't say that for sure. So she's apologizing and everything, and we were talking about it, and I could never get offended because, again, I was so confused on how come she was confused. But of course, that's the lifestyle she lives as far as, the clients that she deals with. So I guess she deals with both, I'm assuming. But she's I think she's just getting old too, because the last time I was there with her, she was telling me how beautiful my parts was as I'm spread eagle. And it's so uncomfortable. And this time you're complimenting me or telling me how good my surgeon is. So I don't know if the lady going crazy or if the transitional ones are exactly like the biological ones. I don't know. It's really It's really baffling. But I thought that was a really funny story. I haven't told anybody that story because I don't really know how to feel. Like, because I don't know. I just don't know. And I don't, of course, I don't want to offend anybody or anything like that. I mean, you have what you have. Um, but I don't know. Now I'm curious. I want to see what one looks like because in my head, I thought the one part was removed and then you kind of like have a hole. That's what not like that. Not like that, but that's what I was thinking. You know, we got all kind of folds and some people got taco meat. I was watching a comedian, and he was saying, it wasn't taco meat, was it beef or shredded beef or something he was saying. But I don't know. I mean, you guys, please, if you know, put it in the comments. I was confused. Like, girl, this is the original deal right here. But a lot of times, like, even with my figure, I have hips and I have derriere, and a lot of people accuse me of having surgery or it not being real. But I mean, in a society where almost, I don't want to say nobody, but a lot of people are altering their figures, or buying what I have, so to speak. A lot of people are confused on what's real and what's not. But I mean, I got these parts from a mama. Mama got backs. You hear me? Baby got backs. But it's just I was not mad at her because we are in a very confusing times, and you know I'm trying to choose my words wisely because like I said, I don't want to offend anybody, but and I actually probably should be offended. I wasn't, but I probably should be offended because these are really my parts, and you're telling me that I had surgery to receive these parts and I didn't. It's a very confusing times, and I can't be mad at anybody who is confused because I'm confused sometimes. But I think maybe I would not have said anything. I wouldn't have been like, oh my God, who did your surgery? Are you serious? Even if I did have surgery. Well, maybe she has I don't know what kind of relationship she has with her other patients, but I can't see myself asking somebody who did your surgery, even if they did have surgery, because I would try to be more sensitive to them than to be asking questions like that, unless they volunteered, of course. If you volunteer, they'll tell them what I'm going to ask. But if you're not volunteering, lady, give me the shot, the injection, or whatever it is. Set my stuff up over here for the doctor to do whatever they got to do. But maybe you shouldn't be asking no questions. Maybe those are not your business. So do they get a pap smear? Do the new ones get pap smears? I wonder. Do they got to put their legs in them stirrups like we do? I wonder. I would imagine. Like Arsenio Hall said, it's just something to make you go, Them stirrups ain't no joke, baby. No joke. And then they want to give us a puppy pad to cover up with? Ladies, am I exaggerating? Is this not what they give us? I literally pulled this out of a bag of puppy pads. And they want me to cover up all these cakes I got in the back. I be trying to put it all on too. And it don't fit. It does not fit. Don't let you have to do both sides. And you know what? Let me tell y'all something. In the 70s / probably early 80s, they had these gowns, and they tied up in the back, and they tied up here. If you notice now, a lot of those are paper. And I'm going to tell you why they're paper. Because the hospitals were spending too much money replacing them because my aunties was taking them home and using them. My aunties had those doggone things in every color. Well, they were all white, but they had different patterns on them that I remember anyway. And my aunties were really taking those things home, and they probably got too expensive to keep replacing them. So now we get puppy pads. Thank you, Auntie. Puppy pads. These are puppy pads. This is exactly what they give us to cover up with. And guys, what do they give you guys to cover up? Do you guys get a puppy pad? But I don't care what no one says. The guys don't have to be. It's not as degrading as it is for us. For us, it is the most degrading, I hate, because I usually make my appointments for my PAP and my exam. What do you call it? My breast exam. I think there's a name for it. I can't think of it right now. But I try to do mine on the same day and just to get it over with. But it's ridiculous. First they poke and prod, dig and scrape, and then you go upstairs. Well, this is how mine works. You go upstairs. Excuse me. You go upstairs, and then they put your boobie in a vice grip, and then they say, "Don't breathe." And you're standing there, and they gotta pull and push it, and then they put you in there, and they push it down. They crank, literally between I took wood shop when I was little. When I was in junior high school, and so it was like that. Those two wood planks, and you hold your little piece in there or whatever, right? I took metal shop too. And they put it in there, and they close it down and push and push and push, and they crank between these two little flat things, right? And then they take a picture, and then they turn it that way, and you got to do it that. It's the most ridiculous thing. I know that machine was man-made, because a woman would never put us through that. Some woman need to come out with, I know there's a better, if they had to put their BALLSs in that vice grip, I'll bet you they'll recreate it. But I hate that machine, and we have to do it every mammogram, and we have to do it every year. Are you kidding me? No, I don't think so. Well, I've skipped a few years, I'm not gonna lie, but they put you in that thing, and they just crank it, and then so you're getting poke and prodded and scraped down there, and then you get vice gripped up there, and then for me, it's like, you should know me by now. So after I leave there, they have to make this big old to-do, knowing, and then I have to go do an ultrasound. Just give me the ultrasound, because you already know I'm very cystic. So why am I going through this vice grip when you already know? I have to go to the second room. So now they get double the fees out of me, because every year I have to go get an ultrasound on top of the mammogram. It's ridiculous, y'all. I'm tired. I think I might cross over. I think men have it easy. That's just my opinion. Besides the finger in the... You guys don't have nothing. You guys don't deal with nothing, dude. We deal with it all. I'm tired. Y'all like this makeup, though? Oh, y'all didn't even see my diamonds on the side. Can you see them on this side? The light might be taking them off. That's what they be doing. Oh, there they go. Yeah, I'm about to go. I just want to do a little story time since I got all this makeup that I'm about to wash off my face. So I was a model today. I was the teacher's model. She was teaching the ladies how to do a dramatic look. And not on this video, but I'm going to do another video by piece where it shows like the transition. And they had me looking hideous. And they were like, just trust it. It's going to be okay. Anyway, I got to eat. I got to go to bed. It's 8:28. I was at that school since... a little bit before 5, and I stayed for about an hour. I don't know why I'm burping so much. Maybe it's the makeup. I don't usually wear makeup. And then it was so crazy because like my eyes were about to water. I don't know if I'm allergic to it or what, but like I couldn't see, and maybe it was the powder in my eyes, and they were starting to water. But anyway, yeah, what y'all think about this makeup? All right, y'all, this is story time with Tammy, but Tammy gotta go because Tammy is tired. All right, if you don't know me, let's be friends. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's hang out together. I am newly monetized, so I'm going to probably be getting on your nerves. I worked so hard to get here. Why must I leave? I don't want to go anywhere. But anyway, I'm going to go. Ting. Bye. Bye. Y'all know I'm bored. I love you. Bye.